What happens when one of the world's most famous women trusts AI to help her become a lawyer, and it betrays her in the most embarrassing way possible? Kim Kardashian just revealed that she used ChatGPT to study for her law exams, and according to her, it fed her wrong answers so often that it literally made her fail. But this isn't just a billionaire blaming a chatbot. It's a snapshot of the strange new reality we're living in, where even the most powerful people on the planet lean on artificial intelligence for answers they should probably know themselves. And if Kim K can get misled by AI, what does that say about the rest of us? Stay until the end, because what the AI told her after ruining her grades is the kind of plot twist even reality TV couldn't write. The viral moment happened during a Vanity Fair lie detector test. Bright white lights burning through the room, cameras crowding every angle, the metallic table reflecting every nervous breath. Kim sat across from Teyana Taylor. Nails perfect, hair perfect, expression unreadable. The polygraph needle twitched as if bracing itself. And then, in the middle of a conversation about her law studies, she casually dropped a confession that made the entire studio freeze. I use ChatGPT for legal advice. When I need to know the answer to a question, I'll take a picture and put it in there. Just like that, calm, casual, as if she was talking about ordering Postmates. The internet needed less than an hour to set itself on fire. Timelines exploded with memes of ChatGPT dressed in judge robes, people blaming AI for their own exam failures, TikToks diagnosing Kardashian-level academic chaos, and think pieces debating whether this was the most 2025 confession yet. But under the jokes was a growing discomfort because Kim wasn't alone. Millions of students across the world do exactly what she admitted, snapping photos of exam questions, feeding them to chatbots, hoping the AI will magically carry them through difficult subjects they're too overwhelmed to face on their own. But the real issue wasn't whether Kim cheated. It was that she trusted AI more than herself, and that trust blew up in her face. "They're always wrong," she said, half laughing and half frustrated. "It's made me fail tests all the time." Imagine the scene. Kim Kardashian, who runs billion-dollar brands, shoots TV shows, raises 4 kids, and still tries to carve out hours every night to study law, sitting up at 2:17 a.m., surrounded by highlighters and casebooks, taking pictures of exam questions with the desperate hope that the chatbot glowing on her phone will give her one right answer. Sometimes the responses looked perfect, written in clean legal language. They sounded smart, professional, authoritative, but when the scores returned, the truth hit harder than any headline. She didn't just miss a few points, she failed the test. Badly, and she blamed the bot. "I'd yell at it," she admitted. "You made me fail. Why did you do this?" And then came the strangest part of all. "It talks back to me," she said, sending a ripple through the studio. It said, "This is teaching you to trust your instincts. You knew the answers all along." A line so poetic it felt like it belonged in a movie script, not a study session at 3 a.m. Even the polygraph operator looked up, eyebrows raised. Kim wasn't describing a tool. She was describing a relationship, a strange, glitchy, artificial kind of mentorship that blurred the line between assistance and influence. But to understand why she relied on AI in the first place, you have to understand her journey. For the last 6 years, Kim has been on a mission to reshape her identity, from reality star to legitimate legal advocate, honoring the legacy of her father Robert Kardashian, whose work in the O.J. Simpson case became a defining cultural moment. Instead of attending law school traditionally, she joined California's legal apprenticeship program, a notoriously difficult path that requires studying under practicing attorneys. It's rigorous, unforgiving, and far harder than people give it credit for. She failed the baby bar 3 times before passing it in 2021. She cried on TV, studied relentlessly, balanced kids, cameras, businesses, and personal battles, all while trying to master subjects that law students struggle with, even when their only responsibility is school. So when AI arrived, whispering the promise of instant clarity, she grabbed the shortcut. But here's the problem. ChatGPT isn't a lawyer. It isn't trained on state bar guidelines. It doesn't understand statutory interpretation. It doesn't apply precedent, it predicts, it guesses. It assembles sentences that sound correct, sometimes almost perfectly correct, but are, in reality, only illusions of accuracy. Experts warn that it's like using a GPS that confidently tells you to drive straight into the ocean. And Kim learned that lesson the hard way. When Tayana Taylor asked whether this counted as cheating, Kim clapped back immediately. No, because it's always wrong, the audience laughed. But her logic revealed how people have begun to rationalize their AI behavior, as if bad answers somehow cancel out the moral gray area. The real danger wasn't the cheating question. The real danger was dependency. Kim admitted she argued with the machine as if it had intention, feeling, responsibility. The line, "You knew the answers all along," wasn't wisdom. It was a statistical echo of the millions of reassuring, motivational lines humans have typed into machines. Predictive comfort, manufactured empathy. And yet that illusion is so strong that it fooled Kim, a woman who has built an empire around controlling perception, shaping narrative, and distinguishing reality from illusion. Still, despite the failures, Kim insists her legal journey is still on track. On the Graham Norton show, she said she's only weeks away from being officially eligible to practice law. She even half-joked that she might give up being Kim K in 10 years to become a full-time trial lawyer. The idea of her trading Balenciaga for a stack of case files stunned the audience, but it also symbolized a cultural shift. Because Kim isn't just a celebrity studying law. She is a mirror of the moment we're living in, a world where AI is becoming our tutor, therapist, consultant, assistant, and fact-checker, even when it shouldn't be. Students use it to write essays. Employees use it to finish work faster. People ask it for health advice, relationship guidance, spiritual meaning. We've started outsourcing thinking to machines programmed to sound human. And Kim's story proves the cost. When thinking gets outsourced, so does accountability. AI didn't fail the exam. Kim did. But the failure taught her something she didn't expect. It taught her that in the era of infinite answers, judgment matters more than ever. Each wrong response forced her to confront the truth. Study, discipline, interpretation. These are things no machine can replace. It wasn't just a test, it was a wake-up call. In a strange way, that glitchy chatbot became part of her training. Not because it gave her the right answers, but because the wrong ones pushed her to develop the instincts every real lawyer needs. Subscribe for more stories from the wild collision of celebrity, technology, and the future.